Hi, good evening, and welcome once again on this beautiful day. So, today I want to share a small story. And the story is about a poor woodcutter. Now, there was this kingdom a long back, and in this kingdom, this poor woodcutter used to stay, who used to go to jungle every single day, cut the trees, take that wood out of it, come home, burn that wood, and sell the coal across the kingdom. And this was going on. He used to somehow survive with all this. One fine morning, when he was doing this, he saw the king in that jungle and he was surprised. He asked king that, "My king, what can I do for you? How you are here?" So the king said that I am in mid of jungle and I am unable to find my way out because I came here for some hunting. So he says that don't worry, I will help you to find the road. So this woodcutter takes him crossing across the jungle and help him to reach out on the way from where he can go to his palace. On that, the king promises this woodcutter that in life, if you need any help at any time, please come to me and it's my promise that I will help you. This woodcutter feels overwhelmed, thanks him, and then he takes his permission and goes back to work. And the king moves to his palace. After a few years, this woodcutter, when he realizes that now the jungle is almost over, so how would I sustain, how would I survive? So he recalls the promise of the king. He goes to the kingdom, he requests that guard that I want to meet the king because king promised me that he will help me if I am in trouble, and today I am in trouble. After checking this, woodcutter is being taken to the king. King recognizes him, he again feels thankful and he recalls all that incident years back. And then he asks that, tell me what I can do for you. Then this poor woodcutter tells that, sir, I used to cut the tree, take wood, burn it at home and sell that coal across the kingdom, and somehow I used to survive with it. But now this jungle is almost over and I don't know what to do. So this king says that don't worry. He calls his minister and asks that which is the biggest jungle we own. So he says that, sir, there is a jungle of around 100 acres which is full of all sandalwood trees. So he tells that woodcutter that today onwards you will be the owner of this sandalwood jungle of 100 acres. Please take it and live your life happily. So he expresses his gratitude, takes permission of the king and again goes back. After that, after a few years again, the king recalls that why not to check upon this woodcutter. By now he must be a rich guy, he must be owning a palace kind of thing and he must be happily living. So he asked that minister that please check where I can find him, I want to meet him. Second morning this minister comes and says that, sir, come, I can show you where he is. And the minister takes this king to the same jungle which was gifted to this woodcutter. After going there, the king looks around and when he sees that now trees are almost over, hardly out of 100 acres, hardly an acre, 1 acre of sandalwood trees are pending now to chop off. So he feels that by now he must be rich, a big shot. But after walking few miles, when he looks at a tree and he sees that woodcutter sitting beneath that tree, completely sweat, wearing torn clothes and trying to wipe his face with a torn piece of cloth, and trying to make himself ready to chop the next tree. The king goes to him and asks that, do you recognize me? Then he says, yes, my sir, you are our king and you gifted me this 100 acres of sandalwood jungle and I am thankful. But now I am again in trouble. He says that, tell me one thing, where is your palace? He says, sir, I stay in my hut only where I was. How can I own a palace? Then he says that what you did with all these sandalwood trees. Then this poor woodcutter say, sir, I was doing the same thing that I did. King asks, what? He says, I used to chop the tree, take the wood to home, burn it and sell the coal. King says, do you know that it's a sandalwood? Then the woodcutter says, sir, no. Then the king looks at the sky and says nothing and makes a turn and just goes back to his palace with saying nothing to that woodcutter, no comments on that minister, nothing at all. So my dear friends, in our life we see many people around and in our own life also, many a times we are being gifted with that 100 acres of sandalwood jungle. But since we are habitual of doing what we did earlier, we simply chop those trees, take the wood home, burn it and sell the coal instead of realizing that it is not a simple wood, it's sandalwood. And without knowing its worth, we simply burn it and sell the coal. So whenever opportunity comes, we need to understand whether it's a sandalwood, and you should know what to do with sandalwood. Otherwise, even after having 100 acres of sandalwood, we would end up sitting under that last tree of sandalwood, wiping our face with the torn cloth and again trying to beg somewhere. So take everything comes on your way as an opportunity. Try to understand its worth, and if you don't find a worth, make yourself a worth for everything. Make that one attempt, change that one habit, make that one move, take that one step, but don't dare to chop off the sandalwood tree for sake of selling the coals. That's the message. Rest, I just say before I conclude that stay young, stay happy, keep pushing your limits and be limitless. And we will be meeting back soon. Till then, take care and bye-bye.